Back when I did my first record, 1988, the way that I did beats back then was a lot different compared to what I do now. Like, back then, I would just take whatever was there, you know. I was into sampling, so my whole approach was just to listen to records for hours, you know, see if I could find any little bit or piece that was like worthy or strong enough to sample, and then I would just take that piece and just try to like expand on it and add to it, chop it up and rearrange it and make it like something that was strong enough to make a song out of, you know. I got into like record collecting back in college because I used to DJ before I was ever rhyming. I was a DJ, so I had like a radio show, and then I had a weekends I would do like house parties or forums and stuff like that, DJing. But the DJing got me into, you know, hip hop vinyl, and then, you know, that kind of took me into, okay, how are these records made? But like right after like 1988 came out, I started noticing like things in the scene kind of changing, because people around me started like getting sued for using samples, you know. Like RJ, D2 got sued, Atmosphere got sued, Mr. Liff, MF Doom. I was supposed to do some beats on a Mr. Liff record, the Omega record, and I remember we turned in our sample list and we had like a few dope songs, and we couldn't use the songs. We couldn't use the songs at all. They because of the samples, because of who I sampled, and that was discouraging. And at the same time this was going on, me and RJD2 were working on the last Soul Position record, and you know, the first Soul Position record we basically did whatever we wanted to do, which was kind of how I did 1988. We just took what we wanted and we used it. We didn't think twice about it because we didn't think we were on the radar. But then this time around, because of the success of the first record, we were all of a sudden kind of on the radar. And because RJ had been sued before, we knew that anything he was connected with could be on the radar. At that time, I just remember thinking like, man, you know, this is not cool, but this is the future. You know, like this is what it is. And you can either just keep sampling and stay at a certain level because you always are using someone else's material, or you can like think of a solution that's like better. Right then and there, I just kind of made a decision to like reevaluate, you know, what I was doing, and like kind of go a different direction with how I was making beats and production. Once I hit the point where I'm like, yo, I can't sample anymore, it basically opened up the door for me to like revisit all these things that I had never used, you know, in years. And then I just started writing melodies, because I looked at it like, if the stuff we're sampling is being sampled because it's got a melody that's dope, then why don't we try to make melodies that are dope enough to carry a song? So like with me, the songwriting process, I kind of had to start again to where I started at the piano, like writing melodies, because the melody to me is just like the backbone of any song. And so that was like the first step I made away from sampling, you know, which is an important part of like how Adventures in Counterculture sounds, you know. Because not only are these social things going on around me that I was writing about, as a producer, I was kind of taking a huge departure from everything I knew about doing beats at the time.